Ever wondered why you forget why you walked into a room or why that new word suddenly pops up everywhere? These bizarre brain glitches might be more common and more mysterious than you think. Stay tuned as we uncover every shocking mind trick your brain allegedly pulls. Subscribe now. Time dilation and the doorway effect. Imagine this. You're driving down the highway when suddenly a car cuts you off, forcing you to slam on the brakes. For a split second, everything feels like it's happening in slow motion. Your heartbeat, the sound of screeching tires, the car inching forward. That's time dilation, a peculiar brain glitch that makes high-stress moments seem to stretch out. But why does this happen? Neuroscientists suggest that when your brain detects danger, it rapidly records more details than usual, almost like switching from 30 frames per second to 120. It's as if your brain is capturing extra snapshots, making time appear slower. It's not just a weird feeling, it's a survival mechanism. The brain processes more information to help you react, but to you, it feels like time itself is bending. Now, think about a completely different scenario. You get up from the couch, walk to the kitchen, and suddenly you can't remember why you're there. You just knew a second ago. This strange occurrence is called the doorway effect. Crossing a doorway acts like a mental boundary. Your brain essentially closes one mental tab and opens another, prioritizing the new environment. It's almost like walking through a door tells your brain, new context, forget the old. Sometimes just walking back to where you started can help your brain reload the lost thought. It's bizarre, but surprisingly common. But these are just the beginning. Your brain is capable of even stranger tricks, some that might make you question your own memory. False memories and Baader-Meinhof phenomenon. Picture this. You're reminiscing about a childhood event with an old friend. You vividly remember your favorite red sweater, but your friend insists it was blue. How can two people remember the same moment so differently? The answer lies in false memories. Our brains don't record memories like a video camera. Instead, they piece them together from fragments. Sometimes your mind fills in gaps with details that never actually happened. Studies have shown that people can be convinced they saw or experienced things that never occurred, even in vivid detail. That's why eyewitness testimonies can be unreliable. But wait, there's more. Let's say you just learned a new word or heard about a specific car model for the first time. Suddenly, it seems like that word or car is everywhere. On billboards, in conversations, even on your social media feed. Did the universe just sync up with your thoughts? Not quite. You've just experienced the Baader-Meinhof phenomenon. This brain glitch occurs because your mind now prioritizes the new information, filtering your awareness to notice it more often. It's not that the world changed, your perception did. The phenomenon makes it feel like something new is following you around. But it's just your brain's way of focusing on recently learned details. Ever felt that eerie sensation of familiarity in a place you've never been before? Get ready for the next brain trick that might just blow your mind. Déjà vu and the McCullough effect. You're exploring a new cafe when suddenly you feel it, a strange familiarity, as if you've been there before. You pause, trying to recall the memory, but nothing comes to mind. Déjà vu is one of the most mysterious brain glitches, leaving you questioning reality. Scientists believe it happens when your brain mistakenly files a new experience as a memory. It's like your mind is running two parallel processes, and a slight delay makes one feel like a recollection. Another theory suggests it's a minor brain delay, where the left and right hemispheres momentarily desynchronize. But visual glitches can be even stranger. Have you ever stared at black and white striped patterns for so long that you start seeing colors even after looking away? That's the McCullough effect, an optical illusion where your brain gets tricked into perceiving colors that aren't really there. Unlike regular after images that fade quickly, this effect can last for days, suggesting that your brain's visual processing has been temporarily rewired. Scientists still don't fully understand why it happens, but it's a powerful reminder that your brain doesn't just passively receive information. It actively interprets, and sometimes misinterprets it. The human mind is wired for efficiency, but sometimes that speed comes at a cost. Up next, we'll dive into how your brain can mistake familiar faces for imposters, and how it sometimes sees things that aren't really there. Capgras, delusion and scene completion illusion. Imagine walking into your home, seeing your family, and suddenly feeling a chilling certainty. They aren't really your family. They look the same, but something feels fundamentally off. This unsettling experience is called Capgras delusion, a rare brain glitch that makes people believe their loved ones have been replaced by imposters. Scientists think it occurs when the brain's facial recognition system disconnects from the emotional response, creating a disturbing sense of unfamiliarity. It's as if your brain knows the face but doesn't feel the usual emotional connection, leading you to believe it's someone else entirely. Now, let's move to something less eerie but equally strange: the scene completion illusion. Ever skimmed a text and been absolutely sure it said one thing, only to realize later you completely misread it? Your brain fills in the gaps based on what it expects to see. This shortcut is usually helpful. It allows you to read faster and make quick judgments. But it can also lead to mistakes, especially when your expectations don't match reality. This illusion shows just how much your brain relies on patterns, even when they're misleading. The next time you're absolutely convinced about a memory or a visual detail, think twice. Your mind might just be playing tricks on you. Speaking of tricks, ever struggled to recall a word you know? Stay tuned for more brain glitches that hit closer to home. Tip of the tongue phenomenon and saying the wrong word. You're in the middle of a conversation, and suddenly a word you know just won't come out. You can almost hear it in your head. It's right there, but it refuses to surface. That's the tip of the tongue phenomenon, a frustrating brain glitch we've all experienced. Why does this happen? Researchers believe that words are stored in different parts of the brain, meaning in one place, sound in another. When the connection between these areas misfires, you're left grasping for a word that's momentarily out of reach. The good news? The word usually pops back into your mind at the most random moment, often long after you actually need it. But that's not the only verbal hiccup our brains love to play. Have you ever called your teacher mom? Or swapped a simple word for something completely unrelated? That's another brain glitch. Saying the wrong word. This happens because similar sounding words or words with similar meanings are stored close together in the brain. When you're tired, distracted, or stressed, your brain may accidentally pull the wrong one. It's a bit like opening the wrong file on a computer. Everything's there, but you just clicked the wrong icon. Ever caught yourself frantically searching for something that was right in front of you? It might not be forgetfulness. It could be your brain playing another sneaky trick, or misplacing objects in plain sight and word substitutions in texting. Picture this: you're late for work, rushing around, and you can't find your keys anywhere. You search every pocket, every counter, only to discover they were right in front of you the whole time. Annoying, right? This common experience is a classic example of inattentional blindness. Your brain sometimes tunes out familiar objects, especially when they're part of your routine. If your mind expects the keys to be in your bag, it might literally ignore them even if they're right on the table. It's a brain glitch that highlights just how much our perception is shaped by expectation. Now, let's talk about texting, a modern playground for brain glitches. You're typing a message to a friend about grabbing coffee, but somehow you end up writing cookie. What happened? This is a classic case of word substitution. Your brain groups similar concepts together: coffee, cookie, cupcake. And if you're distracted or on autopilot, it might pull the wrong word. It's like your mind has a built-in autocorrect, but it's not always accurate. These seemingly harmless slip-ups might make you question your own focus, but they're more common than you think, and they reveal just how much your brain relies on mental shortcuts, even when those shortcuts lead to embarrassing mix-ups. Ever walked out the door and immediately second-guessed yourself about locking it? In the next section, we'll explore why our brains second-guess routine actions, and why we sometimes read entire pages without absorbing a single word. What's the weirdest brain glitch you've ever experienced? Share your story in the comments. We'd love to hear it. And if you found this video intriguing, hit that subscribe button for more mind-bending content just like this. Because when it comes to our brains, there's always more to explore.